The Shred Shed Podcast.
Yo, what up? This is EARL boy.
And Sydney Shreds.
Ooh.
And this is your #1 podcast.
For all things rock and roll, music, or just plain awesome. Y'all don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you got, at EARLshreds. And don't forget to check out the website, www.earlshreds.com. Thanks. What's going on, y'all? How are y'all doing? We're doing better now. Sorry for the delay.
That's all right. We don't need to talk about that.
No, we don't. That was Toby.
Toby's been patiently waiting.
Yeah, I'll blame it on him. Don't let her knock anything over.
She's over here laying down.
We're going to roast her on the podcast.
Take your dog. I don't want it.
Aww.
All right.
Oh, did you see that?
He fell.
That was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's fine.
He acts like he's geriatric.
He's not.
Geriatric.
What's up, guys?
I might go live on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe in a minute.
Figure it out. I've been waiting.
No, I'm not going to go. They can kiss my butt. I'm mad about the last ban. I got banned on TikTok last week.
You gonna do your little thing?
What? My class?
Like your intro thing? Yeah.
Do we still do the intro?
I don't know.
Okay. I haven't done the intro in a while, but I'll do it if you want. What's going on, everybody? It's the Shred Shed. I used to do this every podcast. The Shred Shed Podcast. This is episode number...
I don't know.
38. 38. Episode 38. And I'm very excited. We're almost at 40. Man, I should bring the intro back.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while.
I know, you need to. That
For
way
sure.
people know when you're starting. Because you just start randomly and then we're just
It
talking.
makes it more fun that way, though.
And then we can introduce who's on. And
I'm trying to catch people say things they don't want to say.
Yes, you are.
we were talking about food, so we're talking about where they're going to eat after this.
Oh, y'all gonna go eat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry for holding y'all up.
No.
My bad.
No,
It's
no.
Hour and a half
hold up
later.
We
whatsoever.
decided we're going to a bar to eat after this.
Which one?
Bar 7.
They got great,
Oh,
they got
yeah.
great pizza.
They have good food,
We
yeah.
got pizza there one time. It was so good.
Yeah.
And then
it's
I got
amazing.
beer spilled on me.
They
There was
had-
a fight.
Oh, hey, will you click on the gray area again? Don't move the camera, though. Let me see.
The gray, are you talking about my beard?
Yeah, click on Don's beard. I just have to watch it. I have to watch it to make sure it doesn't stop recording. I don't have a producer. You know what I mean? Sucks.
Rainy can do it.
Yeah, she's over here ready to go.
Rainy ain't doing shit.
She's
She don't do nothing.
she's looking cute.
It's a bum
She's
around.
chilling.
She's just chilling.
And if you look at that camera, there's a red light blinking. That means it's recording. For some reason, you don't see the red light blinking.
Brinkin?
Brinking.
Brinking.
Man, I'm not even drunk. If you see it not blinking, let me know so I can
Alright.
see. I don't want to lose footage.
All right.
That's the most, it makes me more mad than anything when I do a podcast and like one time the audio didn't record and it was with Alex too. Man, I feel bad. I guess I should finish my intro.
Yes.
Today we have one of the guests that is groundbreaking in the field of
Both.
what?
You said one. There's two.
Well, she gets her own intro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to give her her own. We're talking about the first guest right now.
Gotcha.
And he's just come back from the moon. Saving world hunger on the moon. You know, he's thinking so far ahead. He's thinking about climate change on the moon. He's done with the Earth. But it's the one and only Don Vickers. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. And
And
appreciate it.
the lovely Tiffany.
Woo.
What do you want me to
Vickers.
say? Oh yeah, y'all are married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Tom Vickers and Tiffany.
Yeah, Don Vickers.
Only for 21 years.
Oh yeah, y'all been together a long time. Well, we got. I'm sorry. I'm known to be an idiot, so it's nothing that surprises people at this point. But we got Tiffany Vickers, the V team of DVstudios.
Yes,
DVstudios. I bet most of y'all probably know Don. He has been in the scene a long time, right?
Yeah.
He's been played music for what? 20 years or something?
I'd say about 28, 29 years.
You remember the year you started?
94.
94?
That's a good year. That's the year I was
So
born.
almost, good Lord, almost 30 years.
Damn.
Don't remind me.
What was that like, 94, when you started?
We were pretty terrible.
Tell them about your first gig.
Oh, yeah,
first
let's hear
gig
it.
was at, what was the name of that bar? Somewhere on C. King.
Oh,
and,
gosh.
The hitching reel.
The Hitch and Reel.
Yeah.
I think I was 17 or 18 years old.
Were y'all together then?
Yeah, we've been together since, God, I don't know. What, 90?
Gosh.
92?
It's been a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was in there playing in this bar, right? And a blade off the ceiling fan fell on my head.
Oh, no.
Really?
Seriously?
Needless to say, it was kind of a hole in the wall.
A hole in
Is
the
it still
ceiling.
there?
I don't know. If it is, I have no idea what it's called.
I bet your mom
No
has
clue.
gone there.
Yeah, my mom probably still goes
Yeah.
there.
Well, like when you would go to the women's restroom, you know how like they always have stalls, right?
Yeah.
So the stalls that they built,
Oh, no.
when you would go into the women's restroom and you would sit down, you could look over and see the person next to you because
It was that short?
yes,
Ooh, like their face?
and they were pink,
Oh, no.
Oh.
pink plywood.
Well, I'm used to
Painted-
seeing over the stalls anyways. But
Well,
not when you're
yeah, 'cause
sitting.
tall, but no, literally, like yeah, you could just look over and like it stopped.
Did
like,
you ever
right
say
here.
hi to anybody? Like,
Yes, I did.
Hey, girl.
what's
Well,
going
it
on?
was my girlfriend, so
What's
like,
going on,
hey,
guys?
girl.
Yeah, I would have done that too.
Yeah, I like that. They should bring that back.
Sounds like a great place. I would
Yeah.
like to go.
Bring that
Yeah.
back.
Short stalls and
It's kind of
blades
at,
falling off.
at the whiskey barn. It's
Into
a
your
trough.
head.
I guess
That's
at Labella's too. It's a trough.
Oh, yeah, at La Bella, at the, I don't know about the trough bathroom, but the other bathrooms, you have to step up on that pedestal.
Oh, that's the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
wonder how many people have
Oh, that sounds
bit the dust in
Labellos.
there.
Yeah, La Bella's, yeah.
That's dangerous.
I know, I'm like, I
I'm
can't,
telling you,
I
it
can't
is
let myself
dangerous.
get too drunk there because I'm afraid I'm going to fall.
I know.
Or hit my head on the
same,
ceiling.
same.
Hey, it's what you got to do. I mean, you're at Labella's. I mean, you don't go to Labella's for the bathroom.
I do.
You go for the what's
I
that?
feel like regal when I go in there.
Yeah, well, you're queen. What is that bartender's name that works there that we like?
Heather?
Heather.
Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go there for Heather.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, I don't. If she leaves, I leave.
Yeah, we love Heather.
Yeah, we
love
like
Heather.
Heather too. We've known her a long,
She-
long
Heather.
time.
One of the
Hey,
best.
Heather.
We
Yeah,
love her.
one
Yeah,
of the
hey,
best
Heather.
bartenders. Maybe she just likes me and I'm biased. I don't know.
I think
but-
she's just a good person. Like,
and
She really is.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yes,
And
she
she
is.
doesn't treat me like trash. You go to one of these bars in Houston, they're like, the bartender's like 20 and looks like she was printed out the magazine. She's like, "What do you want?" I'm like,
and then they use the little measuring cup, the little shot thing, and like,
Yeah,
and she's
can I
just
have
like,
"Yeah, whiskey Coke." They fill the Coke up to here, and it's like, I'm
whiskey.
paying $9 for this.
Yep.
So, because people say you want to go out, and I'm like, I want to go to Labella's, and they're like, no, let's go to the club, or I'm like,
after every show when someone wants to go out, we'll drive out of our way because that's out of our way. Like if we're on this side of town, we'll drive to go to La Bella's just because we love it so much. Like they'll want to go somewhere in Humble, and we're like, no, we'll drive to Huffman just to go there.
absolutely. And
We've
then
driven there just to see you play before one night.
this
Yeah.
one we
After a
saw,
show, you were playing Hysteria.
Yeah,
we walked
Don's-
in and you had just started it, and I was like, yes,
I was like, this is gonna be a good night.
yeah.
Yeah, I've told you this before, but on the podcast, Don's version of his acoustic version of Hysteria is probably the best, maybe the only I've ever heard, and I don't think you could do better because that man,
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
really, I mean I kind of changed my whole perspective of you, Don, when I heard that song, and the other songs didn't make me feel that way. I started listening. I was like, damn, this is Hysteria. Because that's the shit I want to hear.
Yeah.
So thank you for that night, man.
You're
I appreciate that. And
You're
you,
welcome.
you have a real talent in that your voice, your guitar playing and your voice. So, I mean, you don't need some dumb kid to fucking validate you. But if y'all do have the chance to go see Don play, and I know you don't play just acoustic gigs, right?
Yeah.
Y'all go see Don because he is very talented. But
Thank you.
25 years will do that, I guess. I was gonna.
Yes.
that first gig at the Hitch and Ladder?
Hitch and rail.
The Hitch and Rail, yeah. What led to that? I mean,
Oh man, we were a little 3-piece band called Off the Wall.
Nice.
Uh,
Y'all a Pink Floyd cover band?
no, I don't even remember what we called ourselves. Off the Wall because it was 2 Hispanic guys and me, so we were a little bit of a different type of country band around here.
Nice.
And it was one of I think the drummer might have came up with the name. He's like, man, we look weird. Let's call ourselves Off the Wall because we're a little strange looking. So
I like it.
and it was bass, drums, and you.
just me. That's it. Yeah.
Damn.
And back then I had no idea how to play country guitar. I sucked.
Do you remember the set list?
I don't know. It was probably everything that was on the radio back then.
Yeah.
Country.
Watermelon
George
Crawl.
Strait,
Watermelon
Watermelon Crawl,
Crawl.
Tracy Bird.
Hey, bring that
Oh,
set list back.
Hey, that's the music I like. The
I know.
country music I
We've
like.
come full circle now. I want to hear that. I'm coming on the point live. The country dudes I see now, they want to play all the songs everybody plays. You know, a lot of Tyler Childers on that. I'm like, I want to hear Tracy Bird. Like I heard enough Tyler Childers. I'm ready to hear Watermelon.
I love Watermelon
Who does
Crawl.
the
Yeah, me too.
Who plays with us? Does somebody we know play Watermelon Crawl?
Yeah.
Is it Austin or is it Brandon?
I want to say it's Austin. I don't know. It might be Brandon.
Yeah, somebody I know plays Watermelon Crawl and it
I
makes
don't
my
know.
day. That's a great song.
It's fun for sure. So what brought you from gigging to producing? Is that like a lifelong dream or?
Her.
I knew that, but.
Yeah, I've always wanted to work in a studio. I've always wanted to be a producer. That's something because I always loved running sound for my band.
Mhm.
I ran sound forever for my band, and I love mixing. It's a lot of fun. And so I guess during COVID, when we got some of that government money.
Yep.
When,
Stimmy.
yeah, that we're all paying for now. But anyway, I don't want to get into politics. Anyway.
No, we can.
So, yeah, when we got that little bit of extra cash, went and bought, little small setup. Because she was writing songs and she wanted to start recording.
Dude.
So,
The government should put you on a poster because that's the right thing to do with that fucking money.
You're technically investing. So.
Yeah, no doubt. All these other bums just stole it and bought crack off the street.
Oh, well, never mind. Take it back. I was pointing.
Yeah, that was a good use of that money. I didn't spend my stimulus money that well. I don't think I bought it on anything cool. And I did want to ask you the first gig. What was the sound equipment like?
oh my gosh.
What did you use?
It was horrible. I don't know. The bass player had a bunch of old stuff from like the 70s. And it was just horrible. Like an old PV head. Like one of those old heads like from 1978, 1980. Plug it in. It was.
That was the mixer
Yes, it was nasty.
with the knobs like an amp, like a guitar
Yes.
amp. Oh yeah,
It was horrible.
Oh, those are shitty. With like one speaker.
Yeah, we had a couple speakers. I don't know. They were old,
Weren't they like homemade? or
homemade
something?
speakers.
Hey,
Oh my god.
I think they were.
that's
I mean, I'm not putting
Oh.
it down. I mean, we got out and we were playing and we had fun, but
our
it was terrible.
Our
equipment.
first gig we played on karaoke equipment. And the Unknown Brothers still to this day just play with one speaker. So, but they rock it. Tyler just plugs his microphone into a speaker.
Yeah.
And the rest is just bass amp, guitar amp, and drums.
Man.
And, sometimes it doesn't sound as good as the real deal, but in Tin Cup, it actually does kind of sound good.
I feel like it's hard to sound bad in there.
Yeah, I know. You're in a Tin Cup. And then if you drink enough, it just kind of starts to sound real good. But,
That low ceiling.
man, to think about 1994 at the Hitch and Rail, man.
It's real.
It's-
Who would have thought
it's
we'd talk
CEP.
about that tonight?
I don't think I got first actual good sound equipment probably for like a year later. Finally went to Texas Music Emporium and bought a little system.
Do you remember who you bought them from?
I don't remember the guy.
Was it tall, lanky dude, Hugh?
I think Hugh was there. I remember Hugh.
You remember
He was owner, wasn't he?
No, he's just been there.
He's probably still there. I bought a lot of stuff from Hugh. It might have been who I bought all the stuff from.
Isn't he in
I
the
bet
escape band?
Oh, he texts me all the time. I'll just get a random text, a picture of a new guitar he got. And then I'll go, looks good. And he said, and then he'll go, He'll be like $1,200. I'm like, I don't have any money here. And be like, we can put it on layaway. He's gonna be like, give me $20. I'll put it on layaway. I'm like,
$20.
I'm like, and then I always say, can I do $20 layaway and it comes home with me? And he's like, no, we got to keep it here.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want it.
I bought several guitars from there.
They're my favorite guitar store, mostly because of Hugh. I used to jam with him a lot at the Jailhouse, Backwoods. I've seen him at Green Oaks, but I haven't seen his old ass in a while.
Isn't he in that Journey cover band?
No, that's Joel, the younger. You know Joel?
I don't know.
He's
I haven't been there in years.
Oh, really? He's the younger fella. He's in a... What's the name of it? Escape? Yeah, he's in a Journey cover band.
They're pretty decent, too.
Oh, yeah, they're really good.
Wow. We need to check them out.
Oh, I think they're the Houston Journey cover band because they get all the Kima gigs and all those like perfect, like bag of donut type gigs. But in Joel Shreds, he's like Joe Satriani type shredder. He plays Ibanez's.
Yeah.
And he kills it. Makes me feel bad when I see him play. But I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I think he laughs at me because I come in there and I'm like, buying this dumb guitar. Because he's always trying to sell me an Ibanez. And I'm like, nah, I just need looks. Like, give it up.
Yeah, I bought an Ibanez from there when I was, 15, I think. Well, I didn't. My parents bought it. But.
Was it the SG style?
No, 560 or something like that. I don't remember the model. It was RG 560 or something like that. It was like one of the, kind of like the Steve Vai type model.
The hole in the body?
It didn't have the handle there, but it was kind of like that kind of.
Dude, my buddy used to have the American-made Steve Vai with the gold hardware. It was so sick. He couldn't play a damn thing on it, but it was sick. Dude, I find the best guitar, the people with the best guitars, never play them and never use them.
We had that conversation the other night, talking about one of your friends,
Collector,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, he's a collector.
Oh, really? We did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
At
he has.
Fergie's?
Yeah, he has like an insane collection.
Oh,
Remember he was telling us about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he has like one time by Prince.
Yeah. Prince, Stevie Ray Vaughan. He owns a couple of Tom Petty's guitars that he actually played that were his. And crazy, insane collection.
Didn't you say
Childless World.
Johnny Cat? Like
June Quatercass's guitar.
June, yeah.
The daughter?
No, Johnny.
Johnny
the
Cass's
wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is. This is my collection.
It's just half.
That ain't shit.
That's my bass.
The acoustic
That's
is...
your bass? You play bass?
I don't. That's my bass, though.
Oh, I don't, but that's my bass.
No, my best friend passed away last year, and that was his, and they gave it to me. I would like to learn bass. That's why I got it. We hung it up, and I haven't taken it down. So.
I have a 5-string bass that's in the truck. I should probably not leave it in the truck, but I meant to go grab it for this podcast. But
why is it in the truck?
I took it to Shady Acres. I thought about playing the bass.
Oh, okay.
Boy, that was a gig. Have you ever been to Shady Acres in the Heights?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that was...
Really?
Mm-mm.
Me and Brandon played there Sunday. And it was actually a good gig. And the people there were very goofy. But thank y'all if you came. I am talking trash, but I'm not. I'm just teasing y'all. But thank you for coming. It's Sunday to have people there was nice. But they just wanted to hear. I haven't got on the mic because we did like our 80s mashup. And we did like a lot of 90s cover because we like that shit. And they didn't like it at all. They were just like, play Tyler Childers, play everything that was on Yellowstone. And I was like, I got on the mic and I was like, when I play out in that Sticks, they want to hear all the 90s and the rap. And now I'm coming in the freaking city and y'all want to hear country. This is not right. I was like, I thought y'all were going to be in this rap. But they... And then I was just going, I felt like a dick. Because this one lady was like, play Hank Williams, play this. And I got on the guitar and I was like, y'all just want to hear country music. And I started going, but it sounded a lot better. And I was like, I could just do this for an hour and you motherfuckers would dance. And then one lady started getting up and dancing. I was like, hey, look, here, I'll do it. Here, I'll change it up and I'll do it in D. I was like, this all y'all want to hear is
You
some...
just told me
Sorry.
with the chord.
That's all they want to hear is honky tonk music.
It's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
So is that what like you primarily played was country? And you played for gigged for what 20 years?
Long time, about 27 years, I guess.
my goodness.
Yeah, primarily country, but there was a time that our band, we played a variety of everything. We would do disco, rock, Pink Floyd, all kinds of stuff. For a good while, we were primarily a variety band.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what
We
I
were
like.
called Misbehaving for a long time, probably 10, 15 years.
So you went from Off the Wall to Misbehaving. Was it the same group or?
No, not really. No, not at all, to be honest. Time I was thinking back. No. Got a different drum. It was all new guys, except for one, Abraham Soto. He played keyboards with me. He played with me for probably 25 years.
Nice.
So when we left that one band, he came with me. So he was the only one. It was different guys.
Is that the only two bands that you've been in?
Yeah.
No.
No. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Because after Off the Wall, you did
Oh, Southern Justice.
Southern
That's right.
Justice.
That's right. I was with them for about 2 years.
Gotcha.
And then
That was
Just hired or?
yeah, pretty much yeah. And then I left that band and started my own.
Which was Mr.
Started my own band in 99. Yeah, 1999 is when I started Misbehaving.
Nice.
So
And then I changed it to my name, Don Vickers, and I guess about 2012.
Yeah.
I guess.
yeah.
Just
You
Don
started
Vickers
recording?
band?
Yeah, because I
Music.
started writing my own stuff and started recording and
Yeah.
coming out with original stuff.
Nice.
Have you-
2012.
Have you, I know, well, we can get into it in a little bit, but you've been wanting to record some of your stuff. So have you recorded any of it? Like, do you sing it? I know did Blake do one of your songs? Was it Blake?
Dawson.
Or Dawson.
Drake
It was
did.
Dawson, yeah.
Well, no. I have 2 cuts on Dawson Drake's album that just dropped.
That's what it was.
3 or 4 weeks ago. One song that I wrote called "This Love Between Us,"
Uh-huh.
which Dawson and Caitlin Elise
Yeah. I love
recorded.
Caitlin.
And then
Hey,
there's
Tiffany.
another song.
Put that mic down. Move that mic down just a little bit. There you go.
Hello?
There
Is
you
that
go.
better?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can even bring it down just a little bit more.
Okay.
Do I need
Is
to
that
bring
better?
this one down?
No, you can.
I think it was just in your face, like, for the
Oh,
Yeah,
camera.
I can't see you talking. I wanna hear
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear it? Is it good? It was quiet.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear
Oh
it.
yeah,
Yeah, you're good.
That's a
Okay.
good looking waveform. So, but anyway, I'm sorry. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
interrupt.
okay. And then there's another song that I co-wrote with Dawson. And so I was really excited about that because since Don started writing, we started writing back
About
to
2010.
2010.
Mhm.
I would co-write with Don, but back then I didn't know how to play guitar.
Yeah.
And so I never really considered myself a songwriter, even though I co-wrote with him on both of his
Lyrics,
albums. But it wasn't until years later, I think I started learning to play guitar, about 5 years ago?
2017.
Something like that.
Mhm.
And then once I did, I took off, and now I write all the time. And so,
You feel
as
more
we were
like-
talking about what we were talking about earlier, when you guys asked about how the studio started, actually, it kind of started before COVID. Because I had been recording all these songs that I was writing on my phone.
Mhm.
And I got to where now I'm up to like probably 500 recordings
Wow.
of pieces
Whoa.
of songs.
Well, not whole songs, just
yeah,
pieces.
Like,
Yeah.
songs or
Just
A
pieces of
verse,
songs.
a chorus, stuff like
And
that.
so back then, Don had an old 8-track recorder, and I told him, I was like,
Fostex.
Nice.
let's set up one of the bedrooms because I can't keep using my phone
Yeah.
to record all this. I want to be able to walk in a room and just lay down whatever
Correct.
I've
yeah.
written. And that's kind of how it all started. And then during COVID, as he started recording some of my songs, and I was telling him, I'm like, man, you really have a knack for this. Like, I've always known that he's had a great ear,
Mhm.
but now or at the time, we were starting to see that he was a great producer, a great session player. I mean, just great studio engineer, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we were starting to listen to the playbacks, I was like, we should do this. Like, we should like open a studio, you know, and just do it from our house and see what happens.
Yeah.
And so he got a couple of his buddies to come by, like Troy McManus. Who else? Just some different people.
Just got Troy to come in. I said, hey, you got some songs? Just come in here. We'll do it for free so I can just practice and learn.
Yeah. And so anyway, so during that time, I did record an album, which I've kind of been sitting on for what, like
2 years,
two and a half years, because I wasn't sure whether or not I really wanted to come out with it.
Yeah.
And I finally decided that I'm going to, and I've even decided on a release date, but I'm just doing it to share it as as a songwriter.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, you know, as an artist. That's not my goal.
Vocalist, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're singing on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And like all the music, like all the songs, I wrote all the songs, wrote all the melody, the music, everything.
Songs done?
Yeah. All we have left is the scratch vocals.
She just needs to come in and re-sing them.
Yeah, and then add
but all the
harmonies.
music's done?
Yeah, like it's a whole album.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
It's been done for a long time.
Yeah, but
She's just been sitting around
But-
procrastinating.
yeah, I was, but I finally decided, you know, I need to go ahead and come out with it. And so
Yeah.
now that we've got all of these other people that are coming out with stuff, you know, we're really excited about it. I mean, we've got Dawson came out with some stuff. Mud Creek Revival is about to drop their EP.
Chip Oliphant.
Chip
Yeah.
Oliphant.
Yeah, you did you do is it the Big Band Project?
No.
Did you do that?
No, I did not.
No, okay.
I recorded a song that he's got out called September
Yeah.
22
24.
or 24, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
2022.
And then he's coming out with another one on this Friday that we did.
Ooh.
And
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
he's going to record his whole album with me. His stuff sounds really good.
Awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
What's the name of the Chip song? You'll have to show me. I never.
September 24, 2022 is the name of the song. That's him and his wife's anniversary.
Yeah, I remember that when it came out.
And then
Brandon's
his new-
coming
and
next
then his
week
new
to record
single-
with me. Brandon Gardner.
He said that.
Mm-hmm.
What is I guess.
Yellow Roses? Is he doing Yellow Roses?
Yeah,
I don't know. He didn't tell me what
He
song
didn't
he
tell you?
was
Yeah, the song.
doing.
What does he just want to come over and talk?
No, we talked on the phone. He's coming to record.
So has he got does he have a plan, or does it sound like he's got a plan, or what?
Just gonna rock and
I
roll.
think so. We're just going to roll with it, I guess.
I remember you saying the
I
other
can't
night
wait for that.
that you didn't feel, I guess, like validated until you were able to play the guitar, because you were like, I'm writing these songs, whatever, but until I can play the guitar, then I'll consider myself a songwriter. Like, I remember you telling me that, and I was like, you know, that kind of like I resonate with that. Like, I could see that, like, where you would feel that way. But now you're like about to be like a recorded artist, or I guess you are technically.
Yeah,
So
he
like,
is recorded.
yes, and like I mean, like, yeah, you're a songwriter, but like you're an artist. Like,
Well, thank you. I
so,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it.
Well, hey, I can't wait to hear you play drums.
Oh yeah, well, we got rid of the drum set, so
Yeah, I got right of the freaking drum set.
But
yeah.
but it's exciting because you know what Don and I offer with the studio, not only recording. We've had people reach out to us wanting help with
Writing songs. Good.
and so recently, as a matter of fact, it was the night that Dawson's album was going to drop at 11 p.m.
Uh-huh.
We had this guy named Micah Galloway that
Okay.
came over, and he wanted help writing a song. So he and Don and I sat around, and we were writing a song. And the whole time that we're writing this song, I'm looking at the clock,
Like making sure it's
waiting
not
for
11
Dawson's
o'clock.
album to drop because I was just so excited.
She was so excited because the song that she wrote that Dawson
that
recorded
was
is
the one.
coming out.
Yeah,
She was
because
so
I had
excited.
2 cuts on it, and
Yeah.
so for the first time, I was getting songs cut
Yeah.
once I actually started writing on my own. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
What
So,
was the name of the song?
um,
Is it on the album?
Yes.
Or
yeah,
Oh,
on
okay.
Dawson's album,
I can't think of it. What's
This
it called?
Love Between Us,
This Love Between Us.
This Love Between Us?
which is a duet that Dawson and Caitlin Elise sing together. It's a song that I wrote.
I haven't heard that song.
And then there's another song on Dawson's album called A Song I Can Dance to that
Yeah.
we co-wrote.
I gotta
And,
listen to
I
that. I
remember
didn't know
that
that.
Yeah.
How was that? How long did y'all work with Dawson?
For a while. probably about a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took them a while to get it out, but
I mean, how many songs on it?
there's 10 on there. I produced 8 of them.
Wow.
So there's 2 that he did at another studio.
Was that your first album?
Yeah.
Full album?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Dude,
My first one.
his album party was lit.
It sure
It
was.
was.
It was
That's
a
cool.
great.
I think that's where I met you at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
matter of fact.
That was the night you met her?
Uh-huh.
Dude,
And I
yeah.
guess like officially met you too. Like,
Yeah.
So he would just, come over every, like a week or just when he could and just work on the song?
Basically, yeah. They recorded the drums at another studio. Richard Rose, I don't know if you know him.
I know the name.
He lives over in Highlands. He has a little studio in Highlands. So we went over there and cut the drums because I can't record drums at my house. I don't have the means to do that. But yeah, we recorded the drums. Well, some of the drums, and then a couple of the other songs I sent off to Walter Cross. He does all my drum work. But that's the first time I met him. That was in November of not this last November.
21.
21.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I think it was Blake Brown that contacted
Blake
you.
Brown,
about
yeah,
that,
he
right?
contacted me, and he actually played some of the drums on some of those.
I was going to ask if because I think he was originally
Their drummer,
playing
yeah.
the drums. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, and it took him a while to do it. They came in when they could and record vocals, and it just took a while.
it is. It's Satan. I hate it.
It took them
It's
a
a
while,
process.
and then
Yeah.
but Blake's the one I just finished up with Mud Creek Revival. It only took about a month and a half.
Really? Well,
Didn't take
they came in with like everything like ready, basically. Like, here's our songs.
Yeah.
Because you helped Dawson write, obviously, so that took a while.
Well, Dawson already had most of his songs. We showed him "This Love Between Us," and he was like, "Wow, that's a good song. I want to cut it." And then one night we were in the studio recording, and he was like, "Man, you know what, dude? I need a honky tonk song. I need something really country." I said, "Well, let's go write one." I went
Something
out.
I can dance to.
I went outside. I went outside. I was getting ready, and she just started spitting out lyrics one after another. And I was like, "Okay, y'all two write it. I'll just sit back and play guitar."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll sit over there.
You needed
That's
a
awesome.
honky tonk song.
Yeah, you needed something you could dance to.
Hey,
Hence the name.
I've literally,
I'm assuming that's the one.
Yeah.
I've literally had that exact thought process, and it's how I wrote one of the songs on our album. I was like, I need a freaking honky tonk song, and it was.
And it is.
Our album was, it was just, God, to me, just fucking,
I feel like it took forever.
it did take forever, and it was just a lot of mental anxiety and fucking imposter syndrome, and coming up with parts is fucking, that was what killed me, is guitar parts. Not all of them.
Did you come up with them in the studio or at home, and then go in and lay 'em down?
Both, right?
Yeah, both. I mean, the one that I'm most known for, which is the solo on Hurricane, I wrote at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably should do that more. But the rest of them, I mean, well, none of the other songs really lend themselves. Like, none of the other songs we recorded lend themselves to, like, grandiose guitar solos.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, the country songs, I was like, they can just tell me what they want, and I'll play that.
There was a couple that y'all were in the studio and you're like, okay, this is going to be a guitar solo, fiddle, another guitar. And you're like, okay, and just kind of noodled something out. And,
Yeah, that's every other guitar solo I think I've done. It was just like, it's always at the end of the session, of the first session,
Mm-hmm.
when we do like the bass track with drums, because we live track at least we live track the songs live
Mm-hmm.
with the goal to hopefully keep the drum the bass track.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all of them have been at the end of the studio with like 30 minutes left, and I'm like, can I do the solo? And every single time the motherfuckers are like, you sure you got it? You sure you got it? And I'm like, yeah, dude, come on, bruh. And that's how I just hear what they want. And, but all of them were like that except Hurricane. I spent a month every day. I would wake up and play the track without the guitar solo and just try to write the solo. 'Cause it was like 16 bars. and it's in A minor and it's rock. I'm like, and it was just
right up your alley.
Yeah, huge open space, and I was like, this song has got to have
killer solo.
Yeah, well, that was the battle I really fought was I wanted a killer solo, but I'm not really good enough to I'm not good enough to record anything that's gonna technically amaze anybody. So I was like, it's just got to have a good flow, and I am proud that that guitar solo came out exactly. I mean, it's ripped off from. I mean, it's almost all of it is mostly ripped off from Wanted Dead or Alive, except for I think maybe I don't know. I could think of this like a Mixolydian mode. Those parts are ripped off from Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth.
Richie Sambora is my favorite guitar player, so we listen to him a lot.
Man, you're saying ripped off. I think every lick that I know, I ripped off from somebody else. It's hard to come up with stuff original because it's all been done 1,000 times, a million times.
I wouldn't say ripped off. I would say heavily influenced by.
Yeah, heavily. I say ripped off just because I wrote it, but nobody. I mean, the only time you know you ripped it off is when normies, regular people, are saying it's. That's when it's like, damn.
Hey man, that sounds like Wanted Dead or Alive solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like verbatim, and it's not the exact if you would put them side by side, they wouldn't sound alike. It's just that
no,
there's certain part.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us in here are musically inclined, so we could hear it. But to the normal ear that is not musically inclined, they would be like, "Oh, that's a sick solo," and then you'd hear Wanted Dead or Alive. They have no idea.
Yeah, I played a solo on "We Like to Party," one of Blake Brown's songs, and I completely ripped off Steve Ray Vaughan. I mean, I went back and listened to it. I was like, oh wow, that sounds.
He ripped off Buddy Guy.
That's Stevie licks, but whatever.
But who's gonna? Yeah.
I did it because it fit the song well.
I love that song. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think if you don't steal a melody, it's open game.
I mean, I did some of the the Pride and Joy licks, those open high E licks, but yeah,
nobody's gonna care.
It worked.
Yeah, if it worked, and also the tone on Hurricane is pretty unique, so that adds because
But it's not 8 bars of ripped off.
No, I mean, I was really proud of the tone. My guitar tone on all those songs, I'm really proud of. Right. The single that we're about to release, I use the Helix, and I will never use it again. I don't know. They convinced me to use it on the single, and it's it's great, but it's too good.
Too good?
It is. It's too perfect. I don't know. They like it, so I could be wrong. But I don't particularly like the tone, and I won't use it again. I just something about the amp.
I've been running direct on all my stuff. Just using plugins, which I need to get.
That's what. Sorry, everybody. Rainy.
What happened, babe?
She got her nut caught in
got wrapped around her.
Rainy, get out of here.
No,
it's okay. She's sweet. I like it.
She's a podcast.
I didn't want you to bother.
Podcast dog.
I didn't want her to bother you.
She wants to say.
No, she's not bothering.
She's the EARL mascot.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the podcast dog.
Hey,
He's always in here.
I was telling him my middle name's Earl too. So
is it?
Oh yeah.
I think
the Earl Shreds brothers.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what I say. Congratulations.
That's what he said. Congratulations.
I had no idea, dude.
That's his middle name.
Don
too.
Earl and Dalton Earl.
That's your middle name, Sydney Earl.
Sydney Earl. That's me.
Yeah, people call me Earl. They don't even know my name.
There's so many people that come up to me like, "Hey, where's Earl?" And I was like, "Who?" Like Earl.
Well, now you know.
Well, yeah, but at first I was like, "Who are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, Dalton," and they don't know that he doesn't tell people his name's Dalton.
I don't want them to know my name.
Wow,
dude. Ew. Okay, they're distracting me. They got to get out of here. This one's too much.
So speaking of the studio, I don't know when this is going to air or come out, but I'm going to drop a couple of release dates. Tip Oliphant's coming out with a song this Friday. Micah Galloway is coming out with a song that the three of us we wrote together, February 16th, called Honky Tonk Rehab.
Was that the song that y'all wrote the night Dawson's album dropped?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Blake Brown Mud Creek Revival, they're coming out with theirs February 25th.
Yes.
They did 7 songs with me.
And that's going to be associated with that big party they're having.
Yeah,
That's
they're
right.
having an album release party.
Are we going or do we have a show?
I think you have a show.
Fuck. I really wanted to go to that.
I know. We had planned on going, and then y'all booked something.
Blake told me about that a month ago when he was on the podcast.
It was supposed to be earlier, like February 4th or 5th or something.
Yes, they moved it back.
But yeah, we were taking a little while to get this done. A little bit
Oh,
longer.
okay.
It's actually the weekend of the rodeo cook-off,
Yeah.
the HLSR
I don't know if
rodeo
that's going to
cook-off.
help his CD
Yeah,
release
I
party.
noticed that the other day.
Yeah, because my company is sponsoring one of the tents on the 24th, the Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
It's probably
Yeah.
not.
It's way too late now, but I mean, I probably shouldn't say this, but I was wishing he could reschedule it, but whatever. Too late.
Well, I mean,
Because
good.
that cook-off, a lot of people go to it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and where's the show at?
in Liberty.
It's at Elks Lodge.
Elks Lodge in Liberty.
You ever been? I've been there. I grew up in Liberty, so
It's been
I think
several years since I've been there.
it'll be all right.
I hope so.
I think
How much are they charging to get in?
I don't even remember.
I don't
I think
know.
it's
Is it 20,
Yeah.
25, 20 or something?
But I
like that?
think most of the VIP tables are already sold out. They added more.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, they added more?
I think
That's great.
that's if I read that right.
Well,
Yeah.
then if they come, then
And they added a meal too, I think, because it was just
Oh, wow.
snacks, and I think you get a meal now.
Damn, y'all are doing it, dude. These Liberty Dayton people, they're doing album release parties and
I think it's gonna be packed because
I
like
hope so.
Liberty
Yeah, it
people
is
show
gonna
up
be
for Liberty
packed.
people.
I hope so.
Dawson's
Like,
was
you know?
packed. Dawson had a freaking MC.
Yeah, that was cool. And
It
they had,
was. I
they
was
had
like,
the Liberty
what
food
the
truck too, and it
fuck?
was good.
Dude, I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like an idiot. Well, we're the drifters for a reason. We just released our shit and we just released our
it was on
album.
Mason's birthday.
Yeah, and then we had a show planned way before at LHP, and we were like, this can just be our album release. And it was a good time, but
Yeah, the day of the actual release, you were playing with the Blue Bonnet Bastards. Because my brother's the drummer for the Blue Bonnet Bastards, and he wore a GCD shirt
yeah, I
and colored
remember that
it
night.
like
It
bright
came-
colors.
it came out when we were all showing everybody.
Yeah, because they played GCD songs like on the PA at the Whiskey Barn.
I was I was worried about the internet. I was just like, real life planning is too much, or it's just too much for me. I'm just,
So Mason didn't have a release party?
He did. It was his birthday also.
yeah, he had a birthday. No, we didn't go though.
Because you had a show with the
yeah,
Bastards.
he did.
He changed like
that's
they
why
had
I don't
already had that
remember it.
gig planned, and then he just randomly decided, "Hey, we're gonna release it on this day," and it was his birthday, and they were like, "Well,
It was at the Whiskey
we have a
Barn?
gig, yeah."
Yeah, he did.
Because Dalton named it the album release, like the Blue Bonnet Bastards play the GCD album release, and we tried to get them to come to because it's basically everybody's in the Bastards except for Nate and Mason. So we were gonna get them to come, and the Bastards were gonna just stop halfway through and let them play a whole set. And but they had already planned. It was a surprise birthday party, album release party for Mason.
But it was private as well.
Oh.
And it was private for his family, friends, and industry people. But I had that gig at the Whiskey Barn, and I was like, fuck, my fans want to see me play.
It was fun. Yeah.
Because they wanted me to go, and I was like, hey, I'm going to fucking play. But I remember, I made it. I was like, okay, well, since you're doing that private, I was like, for anybody else who's not invited to that party, you can come to watch the Bastards, and we can celebrate it. And there were a shitload of GCD fans.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of fans that are fans of
Crossover.
the Bastards. So it was all of them were excited. So that was the release party. That's why I didn't remember it. And that was a good gig.
It was. That was fun.
But I was just focused on the internet. I was like, fuck it. The internet is the only fucking thing that matters.
So that's back to Mud Creek. That's February 25th. So it's not next Friday, but the following Friday.
Yeah.
And that's at Elks Lodge in Liberty. And that's not an all day affair, but a all afternoon affair, right?
I guess there's a lot of people playing.
Who's
Yeah.
big?
Yeah,
dog?
he's got some quite a few names. Artists that are playing.
Caitlin and I are playing.
I can look it up.
Micah Cheatham, Austin Tellez, Parker Ryan.
He's the big guy, right? Parker Ryan's the finale,
Mm-hmm.
the finale. Have we seen him?
I
I
can't
think I
tell
see
you.
his name on the country charts. Honey, would you go get me a beer so I don't have to step over
I'm about
you?
to tell you who's playing.
I'd like one too.
Here, I'll go get you.
I'd like
guys
one too.
You give me one? Thank you, Tiffany.
I put
Do you
one.
need anything?
Put one in
I'm
the.
good.
I
Thank
put
you.
one in the fridge.
Appreciate it.
Oh, I think you got them all. Yeah.
There's Miller Lights down there at the bottom, I believe.
Thank you.
Let's
Okay,
see.
so it's 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Pre-sale tickets are $20 and tickets at the door are $25. It's 18 and up. There's a $5 bottle fee. Yeah, there is still VIP section or tables. And it says Caitlin and Don, Micah Cheatham, Austin Tellez, Mud Creek Revival, and then Parker Ryan's gonna end the night. Cool.
Is he the dude that shakes his ass? No,
This
that's
guy.
Mike Ryan.
That's Mike Ryan.
Mike
Yeah,
Ryan.
this is Parker Ryan.
I'll say, don't ask me. I don't know.
No, he did. Yeah.
He kind of looks like Jacob. Stelly.
How many?
I don't know.
What's his name? Parker Ryan?
Yes.
I'm going to validate him real quick. I'm going to reduce him down to a number on the screen. Hold on. Parker. Oh, he's got it. Well, never mind. Everybody's got on. 26,000 monthly listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, he's a pretty
Wow.
well-known dude.
Way to go, buddy. Banger Radio. That's what the playlist he's on. Well, Blake
I put y'all on a
was.
playlist.
Hmm?
I put y'all on a playlist.
We're on the country versus metal playlist.
Yeah, I know.
The what?
The country versus metal playlist.
Have you not heard of that
That's
guy?
cool.
You don't know that guy?
Mm-mm.
He's he lives in I think he lives in New Jersey or Philadelphia. I'm sorry,
Thank
Patrick.
you. You
I
didn't have to
can't
do
remember.
that.
But he's a metalhead, and he blew up because he does reaction videos to Red Dirt Country,
Really?
and he only lives. Hey, get her out of here! I don't want to hear her tamming.
She's fine. Keep talking.
But he does reaction videos to Red Dirt Country, and that's how he blew up. He's got like 300,000 followers, and like he went to Mile Zero this past whatever, and motherfucker he got backstage, he's taking pictures of all the famous people, like big name people.
Really?
But that's what people will submit songs to him, and he will. I mean, it literally he just goes.
He just puts his headphones on and listens.
He puts the album cover green screen behind him. He puts his head and goes, I talk too much, listen to music. And then he just reacts to the song. But I followed him a while ago, and when our album came out, I DM'd him and was like, hey man, listen to this song. And he did, and it really got a lot of traction for that song. So tip to artists, DM radio stations. You never know. Most of them will say no, but one might say yes. And really, because then it was like, and then, because I think that's what blew Hurricane, because he got like 100,000 views on that video he did of Hurricane.
Really?
Except, the one thing I will say is so many people thought it was Lane Hardy.
He was on American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he had the Gulf Coast Drifters. So there's still a lot of people that think our version of Hurricane is Lane Hardy's.
Really?
I think it's because it's kind of slower, like more rock.
But it sounds nothing like ours.
It
Because they
doesn't,
will
but-
DM me and say, bro, I didn't know you were Lane Hardy's guitar player. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm not, and this is not his songs.
You remember we watched him on American Idol, Lane Hardy.
We did?
Because that's when Lacey K. Booth, it was the same
Uh-huh.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She was
right.
on there too. I'm about to get her out.
It's just the tip. People don't. I'm sorry if you're in your car listening to the tip tabs. Well, we got to get her. That's why we don't. She is sweet. Poor thing.
See you later, baby.
That's her thing.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. The people I met on TikTok randomly that I make like good connections with. And I don't even like a dude that I really like, and I want to collab with him some because he likes my stuff and we follow each other. He's called the Cornbread Cowboy, and he just dresses up like a hillbilly, and he'll just like do little skits to old country music.
I've never heard of it.
Really?
And he's got like a shitload of followers, and I want to collab with him. He just did something with one of the bigger name country artists, but y'all go check out the Cornbread Cowboy. He's a great follow, as well as Country versus Metal. And honestly, yeah, you as a record dude. Go follow that account. Shoot him a DM. That'd be a great way to get free promo if he'll do it. Patrick, I'll tell him right now. Patrick, if Don sends you a DM for a song he worked on, please have it on your channel for me. It'd be worth it. Cause
He watches the podcast.
Country versus metal.
Yeah.
Why does he call it that?
Because he's a metalhead and like he decided.
So he doesn't listen to country. So
No.
he just reacts to it.
he does
He
now.
does now
Okay.
because people started sending him country songs and because he was not a country fan, and now he is. But I think
Yeah,
that was like his shtick. It's like, I'm a metalhead. I don't like country music, which I can relate to because
But
I'm
he
kinda the
likes
same
all
way.
he likes all this stuff.
Hey,
now.
I'm still a metalhead.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we are
always.
too.
Always till the day I die.
Yeah, me too.
I love country music though. Some of the stuff now.
I like older country.
Oh, huh.
I do too.
Yeah,
Music today is not country anymore.
I
It's-
agree. Yeah, you can't put it in that category.
What is it?
I
I don't know.
have no idea.
Yeah.
I like to call it crap. Country
It
and rap.
is.
Oh yeah, crap.
Country and rap.
Country and rap.
Crap.
That's true. Yeah.
Sorry if I offend anybody.
Dude, I
sorry.
talk, they
always offend people.
they know me. I'm sorry. I haven't gone live on TikTok in a week because I was banned.
And I bet Patrick will be on there. He watches the live on TikTok when we're on there.
I think what it is too. It's like I plug this audio interface into the phone, and it's like high quality audio, but then it like picks up everything, and then the app thinks I said something bad, and it just bans me.
Is that an iRig?
Yeah, it's the iRig. And it's nice.
I used one of those for my Facebook live shows when I used to do those.
Nice.
It worked out great.
Yeah.
I do it for TikTok. They won't give me a stream key, so I can't stream on the computer like I do with Facebook.
Mhm.
So I have to plug it in my phone, but they won't. Y'all are turd burglars anyways.
Turd burglars.
They are.
So what? Okay, so you said Mike. What was his last name?
Galloway.
Galloway. I was saying Goodman. Micah Galloway. Chip Friday. This
Mhm.
Friday.
He's having a little single release party at O'Neill's Friday.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's like his stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Mud Creek. 2 weeks from now,
Yeah.
and that's a whole album release.
Yeah, basically 7
Yeah.
songs. That's all I got coming out right now.
Got anything in the works? Well, I mean, obviously, of Tiffany's stuff.
Tiffany's stuff. Brandon Gardner's coming next week.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
A
that.
guy named Jacob Ryan Marshall is coming to
Oh, we
record a
love
song.
Jacob. Yeah,
Oh, I
he's
love-
one of our friends.
I think he's supposed to be coming this week, so I need to get with him and make sure. But
Well, who was that guy that you had to come last? Was it last weekend? Or the weekend before?
JT Krill.
Oh yeah, JT in the Blacktops.
Yeah, he came over and did 3 acoustic songs
Justin
last week.
did?
Yeah, Justin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he came over. Some cool songs, great stuff.
Really? Yeah, he's a character.
Just acoustic. We did it just acoustic. They turned out really great.
good.
Dude, he is a fantastic singer.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I like
is.
him. He's funny too. He's a
Yeah, he's really good. Logan Lutz came over. I don't know if y'all know him. This kid's 19 years old and songwriter way beyond his years. He's
Really?
an incredible songwriter for a 19-year-old kid,
that's exciting.
and an amazing voice as well. My friends call him the what's his name again?
Well, Blake.
The one you were
Blake
just talking
Brown
about
calls
earlier.
him the
Oh,
Tyler
The
Childers.
Tyler
of the,
Childers of the South.
of the
That's what he calls
South.
Oh, I like it.
But a friend of mine actually referred to him as like he's a writer like Bob Dylan.
Oh
yeah.
wow,
He's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
talented.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Like,
Extremely
that's a
talented.
huge compliment.
yeah.
I recorded him last year. His turned out really good.
So his EP dropped late last year. I
Last year,
think?
yeah.
And then he's got a new song that'll be dropping soon.
So Logan Lutz, Lutz.
LOTZ.
Oh, Lotz. Okay, maybe I have seen that. Where's he from?
Anahuac.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Anahuac, I've heard that name.
Something about all these people from Liberty and Dayton and Anahuac down that area.
Hey, don't be hating on us.
No, actually,
they're great.
Don says he asked Caleb. He's
It's
like,
like, what are they?
Ain't got nothing better
Feed
to
them down
do.
there.
he said, what are they putting in the water out
water.
there? There's some really good kids.
All the
coming
talent
out
down that way.
of that area.
Yeah,
the swamp.
it's either music or drugs and go to jail. So
Like when I
Music
first
or out.
met Dawson, I was blown away by his voice. I couldn't believe it. It's like, dude, where have you been?
and that's so crazy
past-
because
Several years, like where? It's like he just came out of nowhere. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what the hell?
They all did.
I remember him when he was younger because his cousin and I are the same age. We graduated together. She was one of my really good friends, and I just remember like, oh, there's little Dawson. Like, of course, he was never little,
Oh,
but he was young, and so to see him like all grown up and playing, it's cool. It blows my mind because I would have never pictured that for him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, honey, can I see your phone? Or I gotta read these ad reels, and this shit is not working. Do y'all mind if I do these ads real quick?
I don't care.
Let me look it up though,
Your phone just-
Uh-oh, there goes your phone.
dude.
Here.
TikTok. Please don't. Music by Brian. I love you. You're the best. I want to have your babies. Please don't ban me. Dude, yeah, Dawson, he's hitting the ground running, dude.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. I mean, he needs to pay me for the ad I'm giving him right now.
He's one of those people too that like when he walks into a room, like people turn around like to look at. Like he just like demands like a presence, you know.
Yeah.
And not just because he's a big guy, but like he's just got a strong voice, a strong personality. Like he just captures everybody's attention, which is good. Like that's what you want to have.
That's what you want from a lead singer.
Yeah. He's got that. And he's a good dude. Like
He is.
he's a gentleman.
I told him when I first met him, I'm like, you're like a big old teddy bear.
Yes.
I mean, what is he, like 6'4",
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
almost, I don't even know how much he weighs, but he's a,
I'm
pretty
sure
big guy.
Like 320. Yeah.
But exactly what you just said,
Yeah.
I told Don, when we first met him, Don met him the night that they went to go and track
The drums.
The
yeah.
drums.
Mhm.
And I was at home that night, and I just looked up a couple of videos, and Don called me to tell me how it was going. And then afterwards, he was like, hey, we're going to go meet these guys at Rowdy Bucks. That's the night that I met Dawson and all of them. And I told Don, I was like, I listened to him, and I was like, he's just got
Very respectful.
something special about him and his voice. I said, he's got a certain something that I said, it kind of reminds me of the kind of talent that Cody Johnson has, but not necessarily that I was comparing him to Cody Johnson, but he has that extra special something that just, I mean, I heard it from that moment, and I actually told Dawson that night. Yeah. And it was funny because he gave me a big hug. He's like, oh, thank you so much, But after that, of course, we got to know him, and then all the other guys in the band. And I mean, they're all great guys.
Yeah.
They're all very, very talented. And I'm so happy to see what's happening with Dawson. He just released his album. He just released his first single to radio through Dylan Steen Promotions. Nice. And we're watching that now. It's starting to finally climb up.
Oh, that's good.
That's good for y'all, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he actually is going to be releasing his video.
Oh, I saw
on Friday for
a
that.
snippet of that.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
awesome.
It does look good.
Yeah.
After his album came out, I think I had 4 or 5 people contact me to record. So
Really?
his album coming out really did help.
Really? Yeah, you got to do that. That's really the only way you get more people.
I bet after Mud Creek, it's gonna same thing.
Hey, their stuff. I don't know if you've heard it or not, but
good.
It sounds really good. I'm so proud of all of these young guys that have come and record.
Yeah.
And just watching them grow and how much we've seen them grow since we met them.
All of these kids are such good songwriters. Blake and Dawson and what's Joel's last name? He used to play guitar with Dawson. He co-wrote.
Oh yeah.
He co-wrote 2 or 3 of these songs that are on Blake's album.
Joel.
Yeah, Joel. What's his last name? Sorry, Joel,
No.
but this kid, he is a great freaking songwriter.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his last name. Blake has been one of my best friends since like middle school.
Really?
Yeah, we were in band together. We both played the drums.
Blake's my best friend right now.
Is he?
But like
Yeah.
Blake has been one of my favorite people for a long time. So to see him finally, he was kind of he was very shy like when we were in school, and he used to come. We always had barn parties at my house. Everybody just come hang out and
Like spin the bottle.
you know.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
No, we'd read the Bible in the corner. And he would play with some of our friends because my brother always played. And then when my brother's generation got a little bit older, all of my friends, we would do the same thing. And Blake would come and play. Like we had a little cajon. We'd set up some speakers and stuff. And I actually shared a video with him the other day of a New Year's party. And he had to have been like a freshman in high school. And he looked like a baby, and you could tell. And when he was singing, we all were like, because there was 4 guys, and when it was his turn to sing, he was like really quiet, and he had his head down like this. And I was like, look how far you've come from like that moment to now, because now he's like, you know, Mr. Personality, which blows my mind.
And his hair's all long.
Yeah, he's got a mullet or a perm.
Yeah, he got that perm.
Yeah, the day he got it, he came over here. I was like, what is that on your head? He's like,
Oh, yeah,
my grandma gave me a perm.
He got it.
My grandma gave me a perm. Oh, that needs to be a song.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, the day that he came over here, he got a perm.
He got his perm. Yeah, and he only had his mustache. He shaved everything off. But his
Daniel
mustache.
shaved his beard.
Who?
Daniel Lynn shaved his beard.
Oh, yeah. He looks like a baby.
Dude, I didn't even recognize the night we were at Fergie's. Dude,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought it was somebody. When we got there, I was like, I thought Daniel was going to be here. And I saw him, and I was like, who's that? And then he walked up to me, and I was like, oh, shit.
Is it Joel Burris?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like from Liberty Joel Burris?
Yeah.
I was okay when you said Joel. I was like, I wonder if it's Joel Burris because
I just couldn't remember his last name.
okay, because the when I was talking about the guys playing at the New Year's party, Joel was one of the guys.
Joel is
Awesome.
I went to school with him also.
he is a great, very talented songwriter. Very good.
Wow.
He sings good.
He
too.
wrote a song called West Texas Devil that Blake recorded. It's
it's
a
great.
badass song. It is so good.
Out or no?
Huh?
Out or upcoming?
It's coming up on the
Yeah.
album.
Hell yeah.
I think everybody's gonna really, really dig the Mud Creek Revival
Yeah, it's
album. It's
good
really
stuff.
good.
We've heard a few. Blake played a few of them for us, and I like it.
Yeah, I love.
Of course, like I like the "We Like to Party" song. Like that's a fun song.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
And I love Janet. Like,
Yeah.
she's great.
You know, I've met her, but I've never really talked to her. I haven't gotten to know her, but I've heard great things about her. But I've seen her perform. I love the way that they sound together.
Yes.
The harmonies and everything.
Yeah, brother and sissy.
They've
yeah.
been singing together since he was a baby. Like in
Yeah.
church, they grew up in the church and in the
Mm-hmm.
Opry, the Liberty Opry.
hmm
Yeah.
Um,
So it's been
The
really cool to
streets.
hear the recordings. And I think they actually have a song on there where they're doing a duet.
Do it, yeah.
Yeah.
but it's gonna be.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's called Happy Days.
Oh my goodness.
And the song's
Aw.
not happy at all. It's
Oh yeah.
it's really messed up.
Oh, you should do a reggae song.
Yeah, she's got the vibe.
No, I mean it's not happy
No,
whatsoever.
but
Yeah.
it,
It's called Happy
it
Days.
sounds great.
I wanna
I'm
hear-
excited for them, and I can't wait for people.
I want to hear Blake do a reggae song.
He could do it.
Would you do a reggae band? If they paid you.
I would record anything as long as it pays.
Right.
Hey, Sam. I'm missing a bunch of street dudes that just got a new stimulus check to your door.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, man, I want to do a rap album. You just got a government check. I got the studio for you. Let me do these stupid, not stupid. Sorry to my wonderful advertisers. Didn't mean that. Tim's Tiny Trucks. This podcast is held brought to you by Tim's Tiny Trucks at 23402 FM 2100. Please, Tim's Tiny Trucks is your #1 dealer for Japanese mini trucks in the great state of Texas. Japanese mini trucks are the ultimate utility vehicle for farmers, ranchers, hunters, outdoorsmen, manufacturers, or anyone looking for a reliable, capable, quiet, and comfortable vehicle to tackle anything you throw at it. Don't buy a four-wheeler. Buy freaking Tim's Tiny Trucks. I say it all the time. You're going to be hot in the summer, cold in the winter. You look like an idiot with your pants on the ground. Tim's Tiny Trucks has got you taken care of. Call or text 346-353-MINI. 346-353-MINI. That's at 23402 FM 2100. Please go check out his brand new location. This podcast. Oh, stupid me. I'm sorry. But when you buy your tiny truck, mention Earl Shreds, and you get a free T-shirt from me and him. So please, when you go to Tim's Tiny Trucks, mention Earl Shreds. Tell him he brought you. You get a free T-shirt from me and the one and only Tim. This podcast is also helped sponsored by Lacey's Golf Carts. What began as a hobby with a couple golf carts in the backyard has turned into the American dream for us. We love seeing the smiles on our customers' faces when they find a cart and fall in love with. Y'all, please go check out Lacey's Golf Carts. I'm sorry, y'all. They're at 9807 FM 2920 Tomball, Texas. 9807 FM 2920 Tomball, Texas. They got they got the golf carts with the rims on them. And, oh, those are clean. Yeah, please go. Tell them Earl Shreds bought you. You get a free T-shirt with that as well. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday on 9 to 4. One more time, that's 9807 FM 2920 Tomball, Texas. And then last but not least, this podcast is held sponsored by the band that I am so grateful to be in, the Gulf Coast Drifters. Please go to the GulfCoastDrifters.com. Check out our show schedule. Oh, that's somebody calling the Drifters right now. It's on February 10th. Oh, never mind. We're busy. That's a private party.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, this podcast
I wonder
is
if he's watching.
This podcast is held sponsored by Dalton Grice.
Which is just calling me.
He had to get that in there.
Yeah, he's like, he's doing ads. I got to get my fucking.
Yeah. Maybe he'll mention me.
Yeah. So y'all please check out the GulfCoastDriftermusic.com. We're playing, of course, this Saturday at the shoot. March 10th, we're playing at Cowham Ranch Festival.
Check it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Keep saying that. I want to see.
That's. I wouldn't go any further out because that's already a month and a half out.
What? The
Middle of
Cowham?
March. Middle of March.
Oh, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Well, y'all plan to come. It is in 508 County Road, Elkhart, Texas. And we're playing at the Whiskey Barn on St. Patrick's Day, 11. The Cowham Ranch Festival, we're playing at 4:30. It is a festival. There are many bands on the gig. We were playing at 4:30. I told you motherfuckers to call in and say, you want the Gulf Coast Drifters to be the headliner.
Dalton
but
Grice
it did not. Of course he did, but I mean, one man can only do so much. So because y'all motherfuckers didn't call in, we're playing at 4:30, opening for people that should be opening from. Whoa, who said that? Just kidding, but I'm not. Fuck y'all.
Okay.
Last time I trolled, I've been trolling this festival out of love, fucking chodes. But because they used the old picture of us like last week on the podcast, it was like, if y'all motherfuckers next time y'all motherfuckers want to use our picture, just call me. I don't know why you use a fucking picture from 2016. You know what I mean? But they can. What?
Horrible.
I know. And then after I met it, there were a whole bunch of like blue checkmark motherfuckers talking about. I'm so tired of dudes in the music industry who think that they deserve a better spot on the festival. Conveniently, after I was talking mess, I do. I won't talk shit. I do though. I thought I was under the impression I was the only one playing that day for 6 hours.
I would just like to point out that this is probably our most watched video.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
like the most consistent viewers.
This
have
is
been.
live right now?
Yeah.
It's live?
I didn't know that.
On what?
It's only like, but you can't like go back and watch it. So it's like live, and then once it's over, it's done on Facebook.
Oh.
No, it's live on Facebook.
I had no idea.
If I would have known, I would have
We
put
would've
out
shared
that
it.
I would have been here doing this. I didn't know.
And we
I didn't know y'all were going to go live.
No, we
Sorry.
never. We never advertise. People, they pretty much know Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's why I keep looking at my phone.
Yeah, that's-
So if
seeing
I go to
comments.
what? Can
we're
I
on-
share it?
Yeah, go
We're
to
on
Earl Shreds.
Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube,
Okay, I'm going to do Facebook. So do I go to the Earl Shreds?
Earl Shreds,
and
Okay.
TikTok. But it's just me. It's not like because the live switches cameras and it's high quality.
So,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, like
so
right there.
So, man, I saw the that one little thing you put out the other day about this guitar player and that guitar player, the best guitar player and that. I was laughing so hard when I was watching that.
Oh, his solo video. that he
Yeah.
did?
I was
Yeah,
cracking up.
that was a podcast. Dude.
You were just talking about how guitar players talk about how
Always.
this guy's the best and that guy's the best. and
It's not even
best.
guitar players. It's just everyone. But it's also it's to the fault of guitar players that let themselves become like, like the Rolls Royce has a hood ornament.
Mhm.
It's like a lot of guitar players suck ass to their lead singer so much they become their lead singer's hood ornament, so that they let themselves be talked around. So I hear it more from lead singers.
That my guy's the best, my guy's the
More
best.
than from guitar players. Either they know me or they just don't do it. But more lead singers, they wear them like hood ornaments and they're like, my guy can do this. And I'm like, it's true. I've got to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to say I don't even know what to fucking say anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them for bragging, but
Yeah.
they can have it.
I'll throw out a few names I think are some of the best players that I know, if you don't mind me
please.
throwing them out there real
No,
quick.
I love that. I want to know.
Tracy Martin.
No.
Him and John Carroll are probably the two best pickers in Texas, in my opinion. Which everybody has their own opinion, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, what do they say?
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah, everybody
has one.
Yeah, and then around here, I don't know
Yeah.
if you know Chad Ware. He's another one of my top.
Mhm.
That dude is
He kills it, yeah.
phenomenal.
Chad Ware is very great. And what was the two names you said before?
Tracy Martin. He plays with Donis Morris. He played with
Denise. He plays with Donice.
Donis Morris. He played with Kevin Fowler for a long, long time.
Yeah.
But that's how you say
I
it,
told-
Donis, right?
Yeah.
He said
Is it-
Donice, and I was
yeah,
like, I think it's Denise.
We were reading the Texas.
Donis is a hell of a singer, man. That guy's good.
Yeah.
I've
Really,
heard
really
good things, yeah.
Really good.
I hope I didn't make him mad because we were reading the Texas music charts one day,
Donice.
and I said, "Congratulations, Donice," and I was like, "Wait a minute."
And I know a girl that it's spelled like that, and I was like, no, that's Denise. Like, good job, girl. And then they're like, that's a guy.
That's a full
And it's
man.
Not the right
I didn't
name.
know. I'm sorry. Hey, he's more. I have no sympathy for somebody more successful than me. So,
You know, you were talking about earlier about working up guitar parts. I think when I record, when I'm working on songs, I think I spend more time working up guitar parts because I don't want it to suck. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Absolutely.
just noodle around and throw some trash on there. So, like, especially working up a guitar solo, dude, I'll probably spend, sometimes 2 or 3 hours working on a guitar solo.
Yeah.
And people, when they're paying me, they don't know what I do behind the scenes. And
no, absolutely
I
not.
spend shitloads of time mixing and working on bass lines and working on guitar parts. Yeah, spent a lot of time.
He stayed up till like 2
Lot of
a.m.
time.
last night, just from like 8:30 to 2 a.m., just like on the computer.
Editing.
And it was just editing a podcast. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't even like mixing music.
Mhm.
Like, so I can't even imagine. Like,
Yeah.
No, it's terrible. And I have some tracks for a friend of mine that we recorded live that I have to mix, and I got to schedule some time out. But y'all please be on the lookout. We did like a couple music video type sessions,
Mhm.
and I helped him film them, and I got to mix the audio. But I got the raw audio yesterday, and it sounds great. That's what that's kind of like, how it's like, fuck, to me, when I mix and produce and record music, I'm always like, the most stressful part is what it sounds like raw. Because
Yeah.
then you're like, because if it's not that great raw, you're like, fuck, this is going to be a lot of work. But
You got to doctor the crap out of it.
yeah, when you get the tracks that are fucking sound great,
Mhm.
just coming out, you're like, oh, my, all I need is a little bit of EQ, compressor, make some reverb. Fuck, that's it, dude.
Yeah.
And they're live too, so it's not like a studio recording. But
Mhm.
I mean, I do them pretty fast. If it's not like on to be streamed, recorded, I'm pretty good. I can get a listenable mix.
Yeah.
In my own music, I have a few tracks. I have some tracks that I'm compiling to release. They're like rap. I rap.
Really?
Yeah, so I do have some rap tracks.
I know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until the other day. He played a song that, like, 'cause he like mixes a bunch, and then one time he played a song. I was like, "Oh, this is good." I was like, "Who is this on here?" He was like, "That's me." I was like, "Oh, wow."
So change the name from Earl Shreds to Earl Raps.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Big Earl.
Yeah, just Big Earl.
Biggie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like Biggie.
I have metals. I have metal songs and rap songs unreleased that I would like to release. But the metal songs, I need a lyricist. Or I have one metal song that is releasable, but no lyrics because I don't have anybody to sing it, and I can't sing it, and nobody I know could sing it.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
I don't want somebody who can like.
That's
got
the
that.
main reason I went from playing heavy metal, hard rock when I was a kid to country, because I couldn't.
It's easier to.
I
sing.
could sing some of the rock stuff when I was a kid,
Mhm.
but after 3 or 4, voice gone.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Heard-
the screaming.
Yeah.
And my metal
The
tracks
high
are like
pitch.
hardcore breakdown metal. But the rap music, I do it because it's so easy, man. I can make a releasable rap song in a day. Real talk.
Really.
I mean, not mastered, but I could not. I couldn't do it every day, but when the vibe hit me, I can do a releasable or a rap track ready to go to master in a day in 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
Wow.
I mean, they're not groundbreaking, but
Yeah.
you bob your head, and
Carrie
females
said.
twerk to them.
Carrie just said Don produced Logan's "Late Night and Lonely," and it's my favorite of his songs.
Oh wow.
We forgot about
Thank
Logan
you.
Beard.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him
Yeah, I
sitting
know.
right
It's like
here.
he's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did his second song that he came out with.
That's
Late
been a
Night
while
Lonely.
back.
Late Night and Lonely.
That was last year sometime.
Yeah, Micah already. Well, don't worry. Micah gave him every time Micah comes on this podcast, he goes, "I love you, Logan Beard," with that koozie. I don't
think
even know.
every person that's come on the podcast has like mentioned Logan Beard because of that koozie.
Sorry, Logan. I forgot about you, brother. My
Yeah,
bad, dude. I'm
nah.
sorry.
He deserves it, little turd.
Are you talking about Micah Cheatham that said that? Okay.
Yes. Oh
I
yeah.
love him too. He's
Every
really
like
good.
5
Me-
minutes, he'd be like, "This podcast is brought to you by Logan Beard."
Yeah, they're
And then the second time he
Oh,
came on, we
yeah.
could not find that koozie.
So
He was devastated.
all this memorabilia in here. These people that have been on the podcast. Daniel Lynn. All right. I don't have nothing in the truck, babe, to leave. We're gonna have to.
We'll have to.
We'll have
give
to
you
find
guys
We'll
something
see.
next
I'm
time.
sure we'll see
Yeah,
you
it's okay.
next week.
dude.
We have a bunch of
don't worry.
stickers.
I
And
might
stuff.
have. I
need to
might
put
have a
them in here.
koozie in the truck, maybe.
It's up. Don't worry about it if not, man. They just these
I need to
fools.
start putting the stickers somewhere. We have tons of like stickers.
Yeah, I mean, we do need to start putting stickers up.
Yeah, I just have them piled up. We should
That's
put
the
'em
real.
all
I
up.
mean, that's the real reason I do this podcast is just to help all our people. Really the main reason that the main reason I started this was to do concert reviews.
Really.
But when I started it, all my friends wanted to come on, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell them no, and then they might say something stupid, and I might go viral, so whatever. And now it's guests.
I'm trying real hard not to say anything stupid. So.
I think you've done
Trying to
good.
be very respectful. And
Yeah.
No, I purposely on the podcast I do alone, I set the stupid bar. So you're good. That's what I tell everybody. Like, I promise, the shit that I say when I'm alone, because Sydney's not there to like wrangle me in. Like the 2 last week,
I'm the peacekeeper, and like I make sure back on track.
Doesn't say
Come
bad
on.
things, but there's nothing really to say. I mean, we were pretty deep in it last night too, and that was a great episode. But it was more like real deep. We had Brendan was his name. He's a pastor and a musician, and he's just very spiritual. So we talked just deep shit, whatever.
Some deep shit with a pastor.
Yeah,
It was
I couldn't believe he came on. That he even told me, he was like, yeah. He's like, everybody in his circle told him, like, why are you going and talking to this guy? And what did he say last night? He said that, I don't know why I wanted to, because I scheduled a podcast with him and he bailed because he said he had something to do, but I think it might have been cold feet. I don't know.
I think it had to do with his health issues.
Oh, yeah. It may have. Okay, well, then
He
I
talked
can't.
about he's been having some health problems since COVID, and he talked about that last
Yeah,
night.
I can't tease him on that, but he said.
He had said that he told Morgan, which he's in a band with Morgan Marley, which is Mason's sister, and he said, I don't know why, but I love to be around Dalton because he's so the opposite of me and like someone I would never be. And he goes, and I think it's kind of like a guilty pleasure thing. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
wish I
eating
could
ice
be,
cream.
yeah, like, yeah, you're like his vice, you know, like,
Yeah, I get it. I could be that for him.
and that's what he said. He's like, I like to, like, I love being around him because it's just
I
so
feel
different than what he normally, like, how he normally lives.
I feel like that my whole brand is nothing but that. I'm like the follow that nobody wants to say they follow. Like nobody wants to say
Everybody's guilty pleasure.
I'm the live stream that people watch without clicking it. Because if you click it, your number shows up. I'm the live stream that you just watch when you hover over it, so it doesn't show that you joined. You know what I mean?
So no one sees that I'm watching.
Yeah, absolutely, and I can be that for them. I don't give a fuck because I've had a number of people come up to me in private and say thank you for saying some of the shit. Like real talk, like I'll go on the Texas country music charts, just look. If I see a dumb song name, I'm like, let's go see what these fucking lyrics are. And some of them lyrics are pretty fucking dumb. I mean, you can love the artist. It is what it is. I'm reading lyrics. You wrote them. I can't help what I think. And but I've had a number of people tell me in private, be like, "Thank you for saying that." Like we're all thinking it. I'm like, I know. I'm like, I'll sacrifice my career for you guys, I guess, because the labels definitely don't fucking like it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I mean, you just keep moving on. I'm not worried about them really that much. And
Shelby said that Aubrey said to tell you that she loves you, even though she's never met you. My best friend, she has a son and a daughter, and her son loves Dalton, and he has a pair of drumsticks and a little guitar, and he always sings her songs. And then she has a little girl, and she's young, and she's never met Dalton, but she's always like sending me videos like, "Tell Dalton I love him." So you're her guilty pleasure too.
poor thing.
Poor thing.
She just messaged and
Do
said
your
that.
homework. Get out. Stop watching me. Do your homework.
She's daycare.
You should do your daycare.
Austin Tella is just watching too.
I was gonna ask you, what is the hardest part about producing and recording to you?
The hardest part, the mixing. If I want to get it right, I spend a lot of time on it. And then I need to get a laptop because I walk back and forth to the truck and to the studio about 100 times on one song. I'll walk out there and I'll be like, okay, I got it this time. And then the kick's too loud or the bass guitar's too loud or his vocal don't sound right here. Like, shit. Go back in the house, tweak those few little things and then go back out. So the mixing to me is the hardest part.
But,
because I'm such a perfectionist and I'm so freaking anal about it.
Yeah, anything like levels or gain or tone, or is it just overall everything?
When I think I've got it perfect in the studio, the freaking speakers in the studio are sound really good, and you think you got it. You go to the car, nope.
That's the true test.
Yeah.
That's
where I know when it sounds great in there, I'm done with it. That's it.
No, that's my final test too. Is my truck.
Yeah, my truck. When I go to the truck and I don't hear nothing wrong, everything's perfect. That's when I'm done. But sometimes it'll take me a whole day just to do one song.
I know dudes that mix in their vehicle.
That's what I was saying. I need a laptop. Go to the truck and sit there and mix in the truck with the laptop. That's what I need to.
You should totally do.
My next investment is going to be a laptop.
I was about to say that's an investment.
Do you use monitors or headphones or
monitors? I've tried to mix with headphones, and every time it comes out like crap. For me, it does.
I used to mix with monitors when I was in my other room, and I've only been using these headphones. And I will say that when I first started using the headphones, it took me forever to get mixes good. Mm-hmm. But I've noticed headphones are consistent. And once you learn what
the frequencies or where they're at.
Because it was just trial and it's like, you don't think it sounds good in the headphones. And it was by luck. Like, I got a mix in a headphone, and then I took it to the truck, and it sounded great. But they're really consistent in that, like, now I know when I've got a song in the headphones that it sounds that way. Like, I guess it's so consistent, I know it's going to hit. So, I've I turned around on it. I don't think it's better than, I think I would like monitors, but I think monitors, after mixing for years with monitors I have in that room next door, the room treatment is so fucking important. And that's why I think I'm going to stick with headphones until I could get a room with proper treatment. Because I did notice when I was in that room with monitors, it was like, it would vary all the time. Like I would do a mix and it would sound great in the truck. And then I'd do another track a week later and a cold front come in and it got cold. And I'd get the track how it sounded that other day in the room and then take it in the truck and it sounded horrible. And I think it's just because there's so much variable and because the room's not treated. And that's what I personally like. I don't know. So
I might start trying that.
I think it's not, I don't think you could master, I don't think you could do a song. It's not as good as monitors in a treated room. But if you're in a room that's not treated, headphones, if anything, are a great way if you learn what your headphones sound like. It's a great, what's it called? Like a constant.
Yeah.
So I think I'd use them that way. And these are kind of, I think these are $100. So, and that was just because I didn't want to buy, I don't have room when I moved in here for my mom. I have the yellow ones, studio monitors.
KRK or K
I
something?
think there's somebody else's that didn't use them. So
I think those are the
what I really find the bass, I get the bass much better.
In the headphones? Or?
In the headphones. Because, dude, I actually, mixing on my monitors in there, dude, I blew that phone's speaker. Because I love fucking subs. And so many times I'd export my rough track to my phone, and the subs it blew the speed. I'd have the subs like fully clipping, and then it would be banging in there, and I'd go to my truck, and I'd hit play, and as soon as the 808 hit, the truck would just go, and the whole thing would start shaking. But yeah, it's not the right way to do it. And I was gonna also say, do you ever use any sample libraries? Do you have any? I would check out Splice.
Yeah, he has Tiffany's 500 sample library.
No, sound library.
I know.
Those can be lifesaver, bro. I would check into Splice.
Yeah, I need to, because there's certain times like a drum hit doesn't sound right. It'll drive me nuts. I wish I could go get a processed one or whatever. But yeah,
dude,
I need to do that.
I would check out Splice. I get sounds that are, I don't have to add anything sometimes. Not a lot, but anything. And they're ready to go into the master bus. You know what I mean? Yeah. And especially 808s, dude. If you want to be all acoustic, and I get it, but dude, that like when you go to Splice, like an 808 and a chorus hit, like you're going from verse and it goes from verse to big chorus, dude, just a little bit of 808 right at that, and you kind of like, you gotta finagle it, you know. And I'll usually do like my EQ will be like a small hump, right from like 40 to 100. But dude, they make it hit. Or like metal songs, I like to add gunshots at breakdowns. Like you can go on and get rifled clicks. Yeah. And that's what's sick. You can get shit like that. So dude, they're worth it. They add a lot, I think.
Sometimes I'll add sound effects. Like I added like an old tape player sound effect to one of Blake's songs, like the very beginning, like fast forwarding a tape.
Oh,
and
then
you hit play.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's
like
cool.
fast forward and then click, and then the song starts. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I add vinyl.
I like stuff like
I'll
that.
go on Splice and download vinyl white noise, and
The
some
click,
songs.
the crackle.
Some songs I added through the whole time.
I did that on Chip Oliphant's song. I added an old record crackle noise at the beginning of it.
That reminds me of every time I hear that crackle, I just think of "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd. The beginning.
The beginning, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right before
Nice.
the ding ding.
Hey, when Don used to play
That song-
Pink Floyd song, tell
used-
him what you used to
I
use.
used to get, when I would play that song at the very beginning, I would give a
Candy wrapper.
no, yeah, like a wrapper,
cigarette,
a cigarette
plastic
wrapper,
wrapper.
plastic
the
wrapper,
plastic part.
and give it to whoever I was playing with, and they would crinkle it on the mic, and it sounded
Just
a lot
like that.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Old school, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can totally like relate that. But as soon as you said vinyl crackle, like that's the song I go to.
Yeah, before you leave tonight as podcast, I'm going to show you some of the shit I've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
They gotta go eat. They're hungry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She been drinking her little wine.
Like, we're drinking, we're good.
Right.
Yeah, y'all are
Calories.
musicians. Yeah. I know how y'all work. They don't understand. We live on booze.
Oh, beer can,
Live on
Papa
booze.
Top, Alan Jackson. Yeah, oops. Yeah.
Hey, we did that on Dawson's song.
We did at
Drinking.
the very end of it. One of Dawson's songs called "Drinking," but we actually got a beer,
Yeah.
put it on the mic, and she
I
opened
walked
it.
in there and I was like,
That's
yeah.
funny. Aw. Dalton does that at the beginning.
Did
of
we
the
use
shows.
it on it? I can't remember
Yeah,
if we did or not.
it's on there. And
on
then,
the end, right?
Yeah, and then at the end, the night that you guys recorded that, I think it was you, Caleb, and Blake,
And
and
Joel and,
and Joel.
all of us, we all started laughing.
so all these guys were in there laughing, and then
That's
Don
perfect.
put that after,
Yeah.
or at the end of the song. It was pretty cool.
That's
Those are
awesome.
the best moments in the studio.
Yeah, when my brother and Brandon recorded their album, they did it at my house I grew up in Devers, and they did it in the shop. And one of the songs has like the beer, and then it's them talking, and then they're laughing, and then like some of my friends are there, and we're like clapping and singing along in the background, and it was cool. But that's like one of my favorite songs on their album because it's like pretty authentic, you know, like
Yeah.
it's
I
not
can't
something that
Wait for Brandon to record some new music.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll blow that shit up so hard, too.
Awesome.
I don't know if he wants to. He hasn't really talked to me about it. I guess he probably doesn't want me involved because.
Well,
I'll
he
just
just
turn
called
it-
you, like 2 days ago?
Yeah,
maybe?
and I saw him just post it.
Well, I turn everything I touch into rock. So,
Stone.
well, I guess
Sometimes I do too, because I'm an old heavy metal player. But
Oh, you mean like
it just depends on
rock
what
and
the
roll.
song calls for. I mean, sometimes like I'll completely flip a song around. But there was a few songs like when of Dawson's, I was like, man, I kind of feel like I should go country with this. You know who I wrote it about? She's like, oh no, it's got to be straight up rock guitar.
yeah,
I was like,
I do know that.
yeah,
song.
you're right.
Yeah.
She's the one that's like, nope, you can't add no steel. No, you got to rock this song out. I was like,
yeah.
okay,
Sometimes you just know.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we. I mean, we did the same thing. Well, we even added steel on the country song. And I mean, we probably fucked up. It's my fault because the rock songs on our album are so different from the country songs.
Yeah.
The last song, Tangled, it's like Creed almost.
It's the encore.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that's what I wrote the music to that song too, and I was like, dude, I went to the studio. I said, "Do you want to play at fucking arenas, or do you want to play at dance halls?" I was like, "I want to play at both." And I was like, "Okay, we need a fucking arena song." You know?
Yeah, I want you to sell out a stadium, so you have to book another night,
And
like
it-
Metallica or
we
Def
end up-
Leppard and Molly Crew.
We end our set with it now, and it's gone over. I think pretty good.
I'm biased. And even Shelby just said like rock's best. Like
I mean, the numbers don't lie. We saw what was it, Saturday?
what are you talking about?
The emo band.
Oh yeah,
We saw an emo cover
it's
band
like a punk.
called
emo.
Y'all Out Boy Saturday. A full cover band. It's like they like market themselves as an emo cover band. Like 2,000, 2,100 followers on Facebook, not active at all. They had to sold 400 tickets.
It was at Last Concert Cafe. I don't know if y'all been there.
And we saw another
of it.
It was
emo
like almost sold out.
it was sold out, I think. And we saw another emo cover band there about a month ago. Same shtick. They were called Taking Back Fun Day. Probably sold 300 tickets. So that's what I mean. It's what's selling right now, dude. And like,
I think everybody's doing country, so like to do rock is something
there,
different.
There it is. So it's no. I mean, It is oversaturated. There has been, but there's just been so much success in country.
You know, when Blake came and recorded, I was like, dude, these songs are all so different. Every one of them.
Yeah.
There's a rock song. It sounds like Tom Petty. There's one that sounds like.
That's good though.
There's one that sounds like kind of that early 2000s, got that rock vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got 2 straight up country songs with fiddle and steel in them. I mean, he's all over the map with this stuff.
Which I like.
And I was like, dude,
Me
this
too.
is, dude, each song's different, like way
Variety.
different. So it's not really a cohesive album per se, which I dig it. Every song has its own personality.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I
get
told him
the
that. It's like, every one of these are going to be
cohesiveness too,
different. He's like, I don't care.
but I like
I'm like,
that.
all right.
Yeah, that
No, I think that worked. That's worked for us. I mean, that's
I
our
like it.
album is.
You can reach everybody that way.
Mhm.
Like, you know, you have your country listeners, your rock listeners.
Yeah,
like,
our album starts with just a guitar solo.
it's a
it's-
car crash.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all ever heard that, and I forget about that exists, but it's literally a 1.5 minute track of just a guitar solo.
It's him. Yeah, it's like y'all were talking about sound effects, and it's like he's flipping through radio stations in his car.
Yeah, you hear
and it's
footsteps.
different songs that Mason has sang, and so it's like the country song, then the rock song,
Yeah,
and then a
it's-
guitar solo.
It's footsteps, and then the car door opens, and then it's me voice acting it, and I like grunt like I'm sitting down, and then I'm like see what's on the radio, and then we switch to like 4 songs, and it's got like a radio effect, and there are like 4 songs that are on the album, but I'm like, the takes they edited, I originally did takes that I was like, fuck this song, I hate this song, but they just edited in me grunting, and then I finally click to the track, and I go. And then the guitar solo I played starts, and I go, hell yeah! And then it's just a minute of guitar
It's
solo.
just him like shredding.
And it was, because I did it, because it was the day that I recorded Hurricane, and the tone was so fucking sick. I begged the producer, I was like, dude, can you please let me, just give me, just hit record and let me, he was like, man, you know how they all are, they don't want to do that. And I was like, please, dude, it sounds so fucking sick. I was like, if anything, you can just send me the fucking stem. And because it was my PV half stack turned all the way up. I was like, there's not a lot of opportunities I get to record my half stack turned all, and that's what it is. And that's what that solo on Hurricane is.
Kitchen said that's why he likes Luke Combs, because there's so much variety in his albums, which is
Yeah,
funny because
I love beer never.
we used to say that Blake looked kind of like Luke Combs.
Skinny version.
the
Blake?
skinny version.
Yeah,
He did it with a beard.
yeah, it was because of the beard.
What time are we at?
A minute 40.
An hour 40?
Yeah.
You want to wrap it up? What time is it?
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I'll keep yawning.
Nah, that's
No, that's
it's just,
fine.
It's
That's
just
my.
been a long day for me.
It's been a long life.
It's,
long life.
yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I didn't drink coffee today either, so.
So, well, thank y'all for coming. Anything
You're
y'all want
welcome.
to plug before we leave?
You can recap.
You wanna
Recap the releases.
Yeah, those releases.
Friday, February 10th, Chip Oliphant's coming out with a single. It's called Souls on Fire. February 16th, Micah Galloway, he's coming out with a song that we all wrote together, me, Tiffany, and him, called Honky Tonk Rehab.
Hell yeah.
And then February 25th, Mud Creek Revival. What is the name of his album? I can't remember what he calls
I
it.
saw it today.
We like to party?
His artwork is freaking awesome looking.
The truck.
Yeah, it's really
I like it
cool
too.
looking. It's called Journey Through a Heartbreak. And the reason I kept telling him he needed to call it something like that because he's got so many songs with like state and cities about
Yeah.
Kansas City Dreamer, West Texas Devil. They all have like Leaving Ohio. These are song titles.
Nice.
Like, man, you gotta call it something about
Hey, that's-
traveling or
Yeah,
something.
Journey.
Hey, that's
yeah.
a producer move right there. Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
So anyway, if any of you young artists want to come record,
yeah, where can they
hit
find
me up on Facebook, Don Vickers on Facebook.
Yeah, please. It's in the East Texas area, East Houston area.
I live in Crosby.
Yeah, Crosby,
Newport.
Texas. And y'all go follow Don. And if you need music recorded, please hit him up.
Or help writing songs, right?
Yes, yeah. Also, me and my wife can, if any of y'all need help writing a song and you want to record it, we can do the whole thing, like what they call it, turnkey production or whatever.
Yep.
you want to come in and write a song, we can write it for you and record. That's what we did for Micah Galloway.
That's awesome.
And most artists that y'all seen on this podcast work with Don, and
Logan
25 years of experience speaks for itself. So y'all please hit him up. I love y'all so much. Please come to the show this Saturday. I will tickle your ears at the shoot. I have Warner Bros. A&R guy there. I told him there's going to be 1,000 people there. So this is my make or break moment.
I guess I'll plug where I'm playing. Friday night I'll be up in Cypress at On the Rocks, Luetta. Saturday I'll be at Dayton Sports Bar. These are solo gigs. Sunday I'll be at the Tin Cup going to be a little bit earlier because of the Super Bowl, so 2 to 5 on Sunday at the Tin Cup.
Nice. You playing at DSB, all my old stomping grounds in Dayton.
Love DSB. Yeah, y'all go check out Don too. He's a fantastic musician.
Maybe he'll play Asteria for you.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. No, that's for me.
Actually, just save that, yeah.
I'm keeping that for myself.
Yeah, keep that in your back pocket for when I come.
All right, man. Well, thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, thank
you
Hold
very
on, let me
much.
turn the live stream off before we get up. Where we can get up, fuck it. Bye, TikTok.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
She has the perfect radio voice.
I know.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
have such a DJ voice.
Oh,
You,
well,
you really do. I told both of them that.
don't get off yet.
When we saw you guys, the last time we saw
Fergus.
you guys, and we were talking about
She's
the
got
podcast.
that voice. That
Y'all, I told y'all make a perfect team. I mean,
Thanks.
y'all work well off of each other.
Yeah.
Your voices sound really good.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're very different. That's why we're a good couple too.
Like yin and yang.
Yeah, very much. But that's why it works. 'Cause
Thank you. I appreciate
Two
that.
of me or two of her
I think two of me would be pretty cool, but I don't know if I can handle two of him.
Fuck no. Hey,
That'd be a little much.
hey, I gotta give a shout out to Metrosexual Hipster 8. Hey, they sent me 5 roses, so thank you for the roses.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Metrosexual Hipster 8, that I did not shout you out, but thank you for the roses.
Yeah, and if you want me to come talk on your album, I'm available.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
I'll sell my voice.
Hey, I need some percussion. Can you hook me up with that?
There we go.
Okay.
She ain't learned shit. All right, bye, y'all. Love y'all.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hold on, I'll tell y'all when we're not live.
Don't say anything you're gonna regret.
Oh, I won't.